The Oklahoma City Thunder control the tap. To George, taken by the Pelicans. And they call it.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Paul George. That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Holiday. Short jumper off the mark. Russ at the controls. Takes it coast to coast, and the strong finish at the rim. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Strong finisher, Paul George. Whoa, that was like an express train. No local stops.
It's like you walking into the tunnel getting ready before this game. I saw you. You were locked in. You had the horse blinders on. You were myopic. Nobody was stopping you. You were focused.
Jay, there's a level we have to reach, game in and game out. Gamers know what it's about. Hand in his face, still hits. You don't see that very often.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
He can't get past the defender. PG lets it fly. Well defended, shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
It's Russ at the controls. Surveys the floor. Inside, he scores. The inner beast of Westbrook. Sheer determination.
I don't think anybody got the license plate or not hit and run. And there is no one, I repeat, no one in the game of basketball with the first step in the explosion of Russell Westbrook.
A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Westbrook across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. Westbrook. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Misses the first. Missed the second. 0 for 2. Payton into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Shot off the mark. Good defense. Thunder with the basketball. George. Oh, good offense beating good defense.
Even though the coach initially may not like that shot, now he's clapping because that ball went in.
Payton with the basketball. They're down 3. Nice finish at the rim.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Westbrook with it. Leads just a point. Paul George to Adams. Pelicans have it. To Davis. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead.
Shot, boy.
Oklahoma City's got it. Westbrook. Whoa, what a finish.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who can differentiate themselves.
Knocks it down. Defender has to get there next time.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jogging back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Holiday. And he knocks it down, Jay.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Down to Grant. Top of the key. Westbrook. They dared him, and he burns them. Jay, if you're Russell Westbrook, how do you take on the responsibility of getting them over the hump?
You have to own it, Ed. And that starts with owning the fact that, yes, you were the first player in the history of the game to average a triple-double back-to-back years, but that did not equate to your team being successful. Sometimes less is more. And he has to make sure that he's surrounded and allowing the players he's surrounded with to help him get to the next level.
Westbrook. Stuffs it down with authority.
It's a new day in sports when you see little guards dunk the ball like they're big. That's called a 40-inch vertical.
New Orleans will take it up. Hayden. To Julius Randle. Banks it in for two.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Westbrook into the front court. 5-point game.
Oh, you know you can't guard me out here.
And the nice finish at the rim.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
No good. Defense catching a break there. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Changes coming from both sides right now.
For the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 13, Paul George.
Holiday in possession. Up by 3.
Number 3, Nikola Mirotic.
Holiday to Davis. Hayden to Davis. Fires the 3. Oh, surprise. He hits it.
And Ed, when you have 7-footers roaming the perimeter who shoot over 40% from the three-point line, why take twos?
All 5 can shoot it at any given time. Westbrook. To Adams. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Thunder with the basketball. George, he made his first effort, but not that time. Westbrook. Westbrook with the basketball. Down 6. Westbrook to Paul George. The Thunder down to 4 in the shot clock. Paul George fires, taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake. At his size on the wing, that's a tough matchup on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, let me tell you about why he's so great defensively. He gets up into you and forces you one way. Does not give you an option to dance with the basketball. That wingspan, that frame, that size, that strength, and that lateral quickness. Oh, there's no getting by Mr. George.
Davis to Holiday from long range. He made his first effort, but not that time.
2 minutes remaining.
George. For 3. Missed it. To Holiday. Curling inside. That's the shooter's mentality. Stays with it after the miss.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Scores from the post.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Hayden knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. George. Double figures in the first quarter, now at 10, including that three.
And the more and more I watch, I become mesmerized with that follow-through. That release is effortless.
Holiday to Davis. Shot from the lane won't go. Oklahoma City ball.
Hey, it's a mismatch down here. Throw it in.
Trying to take it all the way, but it's no good.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Davis knocks down a tough shot. That was smothering defense.
And when we start talking about some of the top players in the game, can we talk about the guy that got first-team All-NBA for the third time in 4 years? Can we talk about the guy who was the second leading scorer in the league last year with 28 points per night? Can we start mentioning AD's name with the best in the game starting now?
Hayden into the front court. Shot clock off as they look to break the tie. From the painted area, won't go down. First quarter's complete. No separation so far. It's all even. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. New Orleans has it. Hayden lets it fly from long range. It's good. Something tells me they'll give him that shot again.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Noel shot, no good. Davis. And it's George there for the rebound. The drive, right to the, straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's a problem city.
Beyond the arc for three, and it's good.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Schroeder. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for three.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Defender was right there. He has to know better.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
Stuffs it down with authority. Davis has really come into his own the last few years. Where is his ceiling?
The ceiling is 3 letters, MVP. Think about last February, the 2017-2018 season. He joined Hall of Famer Moses Malone as the only player in the past 40 seasons to average at least 35 points and 13 rebounds for the entire month. It's coming, Mr. Davis, very soon.
Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Westbrook into the front court. Leads a bucket. Stuffs it down with authority.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Holiday. Not done yet. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
For the New
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2.
number 55.
The Thunder have the possession. Oh, Davis up to turn that one away.
Don't stare him down like that.
Oh, emphatic slam.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Here we go. My ball, my ball. I got ball, I got ball.
Westbrook to Schroeder. Westbrook to Schroeder. Oh, he had him there for a second. Westbrook to Schroeder. Driving right to the basket. Missed it. Not much more you could ask for from the defense there. To Davis. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
And hits the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Russ at the controls. He connects at all the time in the world. Too easy. You can try and body him up, but he'll still run right through you.
It's the way he attacks that makes him so dangerous. He chips off a piece of your body one possession at a time. First it's your arm, then it's your leg, and then inevitably it's your soul.
Subbing in for the Oklahoma City Thunder, number 13, Paul
Randall. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Paul George to Adams. Westbrook. He continues to shoot it well from beyond the arc. That's 4 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and confidence comes from discipline and training. You can tell that kid's been putting in the time in the gym.
Ah, the monster stuff.
It's so amazing when you get a chance to see a player in his own space. It's almost as if the defense doesn't exist. He can go left, he can go right, he can attack. He's playing on that court by himself.
Great defense there, forcing the pickup to Schroeder. No, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it.
We're going to see a team take the lead here?
It's Pelicans ball. Davis. And a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 4.
Holiday.
Are at the limit.
Keep on trying. Shot's no good there. Westbrook across the timeline. He'll run the offense. Inside, he scores.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Schroeder to George. Fires the three. And the rebound comes down to New Orleans. Holiday to Julius Randle. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. New blood coming in for both sides.
Oklahoma City, number 21, Andre Roberson. Subbing in
Russell Westbrook with the rock. And Jay, they call the foul.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
to number 2, Alfred Payton. That's his
George.
Team foul number 1.
4-3. Won't go down. Davis. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Send me down, ice, ice.
Here comes the screen.
Right.
Paul George to Westbrook. Oh, had him going there for a second. To Adams. Not that time, and not his shot.
What happened is he didn't balance himself off the defender. He didn't initiate contact. He allowed the contact to initiate him. We could break that down later in the broadcast, but that's why he missed that easy chip.
And he connects on the first free throw. And he makes them both.
See if you're working on your game.
OKC ball. Westbrook. He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
It's always those sneaky athletic ones. These guys get you every time. Hashtag team don't sleep.
And finishes strong.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Great pass to set it up. Goes reverse to lay it in.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Knock loose. Thunder have it.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Slam dunk, Russell Westbrook. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Steven Adams with the slam. Jay, I'm surprised. He had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
To Paul George. Here's a chance from long range. And Davis there to grab the rebound. To Payton. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. To George. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Time to shuffle things up. Pelicans basketball. Holiday. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. George to Adams. Knocked loose. Taken by the Pelicans. And flushes it down. No stopping AD here.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Paul George to Westbrook. Going to launch beyond the arc. He continues to light it up from downtown. 5 threes now in this first half.
Yeah, and what's shocking, Ed, is that he's gotten so many open looks. Look, stay down in the stance, stay disciplined, stop losing him, stay attached to his hip, and force him to put the ball on the ground off those curls and finish over your bigs.
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Thunder with the basketball. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
he missed the free throw. Payton to Holiday. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That won't go. Pelicans have it. Holiday controls the basketball. His guys can hold for the final shot. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Throws it down. Now a three at the buzzer. Westbrook bothered just enough on that one. That's it. First half has come to an end. Thunder with the lead.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
New Orleans going to take it up.
Pick up, pick up.
Payton to Davis. Fires the three. And the rebound taken in by George. Westbrook with it. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. Westbrook. To Adams. Westbrook to Paul George. Shot clock violation. For the basket.
But most importantly, you have to keep the ball moving. Maybe run some floppy sets, some horn sets. Raise those bigs up, which open up the lane, and let them be the passers to make plays easier for the guards.
Westbrook to George. Fine to shoot from long range. He buries it.
And I don't know why the defense continues to help on guys that drive. Make them take shots over your bigs. By you helping more, you're just leaving three-point shooters open on the perimeter.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Adams. To Paul George. For three. Offensive and a putback slam.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Davis. Payton. Oh, it's blocked by Adams.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
To Westbrook. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Pelicans have the basketball. Payton. Oh, had him going there for a second. And draws the foul.
Ed, the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Oh, he missed them both. To Adams. Knocked loose. Picked up. Here we go. George. Down to Grant. Nice swat that time.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Westbrook. Not that time. Oh, working hard there. Collects the rebound and gets it back up for the slam. Whistle stops play. Timeout New Orleans. As their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Shifting gears, here comes some substitutions. Knocked loose, picked up by the Thunder. And stuffs it home.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. New Orleans will take it up. Hayden. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Curling inside. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside. Gets it to go. AD, is he a new age big?
Easy answer is yes. He is Mr. Versatility. He can do everything on both the offensive and the defensive end. He can fight the post, battle for position. He can protect the rim. Plus, if you switch, he can guard guards on the perimeter. That's what you love about AD. You need something, he has an answer for it.
Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. And too much contact.
Ed, you can't lunge like that.
Substitution being made in this one.
Number 11.
Screen coming. Holiday to Julius Randle. To Davis. The shot no good for Davis. To George. Right down Broadway for the two. Defender has to pick him up.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
One of the best kept secrets in the game, utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air, crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
New Orleans has it. Holiday. From the painted area, won't go down. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Lets it fly from long range. He took the bait, and he hits.
And if you're on D right now, if you're off on the weak side, stunt towards the driver. That means fake at him. Don't open. Commit, stunt, then get back to you or stay at home. Force him to make one of those passes or force him to take a crazy shot at the rim.
If you know everything about our team, turn to page 15 in today's game program for the latest trivia question and submit your answer on the team website.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Holiday to Davis. Beyond the arc for three. Anthony Davis makes it look easy as he hits the three. Who compares to AD offensively?
We would be doing a disservice if we compared AD just to one player. He's an amalgamation. Think about Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Marcus Camby. Throw them all into a blender, you get Anthony Davis.
It was contested, but Paul George still dials in for three.
Well, they're shooting the ball at an amazing clip, and when they shoot the ball this well, they're essentially unguardable. And Ed, let me tell you what that does for the team. It eventually opens up space to put the ball down on the ground and get to the rim. That's how critical the three-point shot is.
And the slam.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on, but the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 3.
Oh, he had him there for a second. Down low to Mirotic. Shot from the lane won't go. Paul George. Oh, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Mark with it. Down a bundle. Almost. And he's not getting the call. Yes. And the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
And he misses that one free throw. To Holiday. Inside, he scores.
Drew Holiday really showed the world last year that he was special during that playoffs against the Golden State Warriors and Stephen Curry. He's battled through injury, some off-the-court adversity with his wife, but he's rebounded stronger than ever, averaging around 19 points a game last season, the highest of his 9-year career.
It's Pelicans ball. Knocked loose. Thunder have it. Westbrook into the front court. His guys holding the feet. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this has to be impeccable.
Lobs it up. Now pass stolen by the Pelicans. Holiday in possession. His guys down. And he powers it home. 2 more points for Anthony Davis.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
To Westbrook. To Paul George. To Westbrook.
Down. Ice.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
To George. Westbrook. Oh, he just continues to pour it in from downtown. He's 6 of 7 from 3.
This is probably the time that you adjust your defense, maybe play some zone, maybe a box and one, or maybe just double team him.
And he scores. Euro step into the rim, Jay.
Sometimes you hear people give all these fancy breakdowns, tell you all these different things they can do. That was just plain old simple bully basketball. Muscled his way through the lane.
Stuffs it down with authority.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat 5, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
To Holiday. Fires the 3. And the rebound taken in by George.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court,
rocking the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Pelicans basketball. Holiday to Davis. Can't slam it down. Great look and vision. Russell Westbrook powers it through. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Westbrook. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
And remember, Ed, they trailed at the halftime. This is not the same team that we saw in the first half. Playing with a new zest for life, apparently.
Shot won't go. He has to create to get a better look. Stuffs it down with authority.
I see the easy dunk, but what I don't see is energy. Scream, do something. Get yourself emotionally involved in the game.
To number 23, Anthony
comes to an end, and a nice cushion for the Thunder. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway.
Our team wins the game and scores 100 points tonight. Everyone gets free pizza.
George to Westbrook. Four three. Add another one to his total. That's now 7 threes for the ball game.
And the ball is finding him wherever he goes on the court. Man, that boy, he the best.
Knocked loose. Has a chance, can't connect. Not the best shot with the defender right there.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
Takes advantage inside after the miss from the perimeter.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
And a throwdown.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw, perfect for Westbrook. And the Thunder add on to their lead. To Julius Randle. No!
I know this is going to sound crazy, but it's so hard to guard a bad shooter. Their form throws your pace off on how you defend.
Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Cruises inside for two.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
To Westbrook. Here's a chance from long range. Not getting the bounce. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
Westbrook. Screen coming. The drive right to the basket. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Tough Nate through traffic.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. To Julius Randle. Curling inside. Won't go down. Defenders. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter.
Hey fans, have you seen the latest items in our silent auction? Have a look for yourself at the display behind section 121 and place your bid. Don't miss your chance at some excellent memorabilia.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Entering the game.
Here's Westbrook controlling the offense. Adams. to Westbrook. Oh, had him going there for a second. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. They have to keep him in their grasp.
But it was how he created the shot. As a defender, there's a tendency to stand up when you stare at the ball. Offensive player recognized that, continuously moved without the ball. Bang, that's how he set it up.
Nothing going here on that drive. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team, because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose, but really good habits to gain.
So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. New Orleans going to take it up. Down low more. Nice pass to get things going.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
Oh, he had him there for a second. To Adams. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy is dropping multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
And flushes it down. No stopping AD here. He's been a one-man show, but Jay, they're still down in this one.
He's their lone bright star, their only star tonight. Some other of the supporting cast members really need to step up.
Working it outside. And that'll be out of bounds. Last touch by the Pelicans. So this remains Thunder basketball. No good. No daylight. Great defense. Davis to Holiday. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. And the basket good at the rim.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way, though.
Pelicans have the basketball. Holiday. Fires the three. Where's the chatter? No one was even close to him.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Oh, Davis up to turn that one away. Hayden with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. And counted at the rim.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
Westbrook, he's not shy about shooting it from out there, but he misses this time. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Thunder. Westbrook with the basketball. His guys hold it. Russell Westbrook rocking the rim. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
New Orleans will take it up. Hayden to Holiday from long range. Another chance. Randall. And that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. Holiday. That one's going to be out of bounds. No, not a good pass as the Pelicans come up with it. Hayden. For three. Now that's a contest.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Rejected by Randall.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Knocked loose. And this will get out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook. So the Pelicans hold on to the possession. Here's Schroeder with it. He'll run the offense. Throws it up. Lays it in off the alley-oop pass.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Davis, and he burns them.
And Ed, when you have 7-footers roaming the perimeter who shoot over 40% from the three-point line, why take twos?
All 5 can shoot it at any given time. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good. Add 1 more to the total. This game feels out of reach. New Orleans has it. Hayden to Holiday. Lets it fly from long range, and that'll get out of bounds. Last touch by the Thunder. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Randall. Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. Pass to the rim. Self-check. To Julius Randle. Defense making the ball handler work. Randall. Beyond the arc for 3. And the rebound comes to OKC. Westbrook into the front court. His guys holding the big lead.
Screen, I got your help.
Westbrook to Schroeder. Short jumper stays out to Julius Randle. Davis had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Adams. Over to the right side. Dennis Schroeder. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat them by 50, beat them by 50. If you want to beat them by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Russ at the controls. That'll be rejected by Davis. They've got it back.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Holiday controls the basketball. Down a bundle. To Westbrook. Fires the 3. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. The result, he's going to the line.
Look, I get it. Being down sucks. But you can't just start haphazardly playing defense and committing silly fouls. Play this game with purpose.
First try, no good. He delivers with 2 free throws. And he missed the free throw. 1 for 3 on that try. From the painted area, won't go down. 4-3. Defense played it well. Randall missed the 3. Good victory here for the Thunder as they win this one in very convincing fashion. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Thunder put their opponents away in a blowout. you ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Pelicans lost this game long before the final buzzer. My advice for these guys is not to watch any TV tonight, because it's not going to help them forget about this game. Everyone is going to be talking about this one. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the New Orleans Pelicans.
Game track. Points in the paint.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a great job of staying competitive and putting in the necessary effort to get the win.
Player of the game.
Russell Westbrook gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.